What is up, minions? This is Major, one of the team members of Brigade Games, and normally I'm here to talk to you about Arudia, but I have the honor to be able to talk about one of my other favorite games and the core to this channel, Smash Up. And today I'm going to talk to you about a combo that some of you may have tried before, but it is an unusual combo that I found to be super fun to play, and that is Dinosaur Innsmith, otherwise known as Dinsmith. Now, I would like to take credit for finding this combo, but unfortunately I cannot. This combo, for me, originated by playing a 1v1 game with my wife, and she loves the classic Smash Up beginner core, and she was wondering, hey, what would work well with dinosaurs? And I said, I don't know. And so she just picked Innsmith randomly, and boy, did I regret it. Now, dinosaurs have been part of Smash Up since the very beginning. They're a beginner-friendly faction, but we sometimes have problems with them because they're too slow. They have no extra minion plays, no extra action plays, but they make up for it with their raw power. And on the other side of this combo, we have Innsmith, which, honestly, before 2019 March Smashness, I have to admit, I didn't really care for them. But we all know how that ended up turning out. And if you have not seen the incredible run that they had, make sure you check that out on this YouTube channel. But it seems like no matter how hard I try, I cannot have the same kind of 2019 March Smashness magic whenever I play as Innsmith. That was until I continued to play this combo. In this video, we're going to look at a brief overview of what both factions bring to the table, some crazy plays that you can play with this combo, and then some weaknesses and counters that this combo has. So let's start off by seeing what dinosaurs bring to the table. It's pretty simple. They bring raw power, huge terminal plays, and honestly, they also help by slowing down your opponent with destruction with cards like Laser Tops, Natural Selection, and Survival of the Fittest. These types of cards really help Innsmith set up their plays with their Titan Dagon. On the other side of the table, Innsmith brings some things that the dinosaurs lack. First and foremost, speed. Innsmith brings card draw, extra minion plays, recursion, and last but not least, Dagon. By combining the raw power of the dinosaurs and the pseudo-supportive role that the Innsmith play in this combo, you have something that is a force to be reckoned. Now, even though these two factions have different ways of breaking bases, there are some cards that overlap. Take, for instance, Howl and the Deep One. I personally think that Howl is a better version of the Deep One because it is a global +1 power, where the Deep One specifically puts it on power 2 minions. And so because it doesn't say printed power, the Deep One doesn't affect War Raptors. However, Howl affects War Raptors, Laser Tops, King Rex, and all the locals that you have in play. So potentially, if you spread out enough, you could have a double base score, maybe even a triple base score if you have Howl in your hand. Another set of cards that kind of overlap are Wildlife Preserve and In Plain Sight. They're both on-play actions, and they protect your minions. Now, Wildlife Preserve only protects your minions from other players' actions, and In Plain Sight protects only your power 2 or less minions by all your opponent's cards. And so there's a little give and take there. Do you want to protect from just the actions, or do you want to protect your weaker minions? Now, the first combo I want to talk about, in order to pull it off, the stars almost have to align perfectly. And that means that you have to have all 4 War Raptors in your hand, as well as spreading the word. Now, here's what you're going to do. On your first turn, you bring in Dagon, and so that means that you have at least 2 locals and Dagon on a base. So you're sitting there with 6 power. Doesn't seem like a big deal. Your opponent may leave you alone on that base. On the next turn, you use your normal minion play to play your first War Raptor. Then you use your action play to play Spreading the Word to play 2 more War Raptors. And then you top it off by using Dagon's extra minion play to play your 4th War Raptor. Now, if I did my math right, which hopefully I did, you go from 6 power one turn to 34 power on the next turn, literally breaking every base in the game before a potential solo score. But like I said, it takes all the stars to align in order for you to be able to play that combo. Now, Innsmouth goes through your deck very fast, so there is a good chance if you want to sit and wait, you can collect your War Raptors. And that's the supportive role that Innsmouth plays with this combo, is that you can play a local on a base to secure a second place finish while you collect the cards that you need for the ultimate drops that this combo brings. A more realistic combo that you could play, once again, you start off with 2 locals and bringing Dagon on for your first play. And then on your second turn, you use your normal minion play to play either like a Laser Tops or an Armor Stego, depending on which one you have in your hand. Then you use Dagon extra minion play to play King Rex, and then the classic Rampage play. So you go from 6 to 17 power, but then by using Rampage, you could potentially break a base that breakpoint is up to at least 24. Now that's a more realistic combo that your opponent might be expecting, because that's kind of the play that we always expect when we play against dinosaurs, that King Rex into Rampage. Also, another nice play that you can do is with your normal minion, play 1 Armor Stego, then use Spreading the Word to play your other 2 Armor Stegos, and so then you're sitting 9 power on your turn, and then all of a sudden you surprise your opponent with 15 power on your next turn. Now, these are all fun combos that you can actually repeat as long as you have Return to the Sea in your hand. You're able to bring your War Raptors back, you're able to bring your Armor Stegos back into your hand to turn around and play the same combo again, thanks to Innsmouth's double feature being Spreading the Word. Now, my wife and I like to play this combo a little differently, but the way I do it is spreading out your Innsmouth cards, the locals, spreading those out onto other bases just to secure a second place finish to keep the game close, and then using your dinosaur cards with the combination of the supportive role of Innsmouth to play those big combos in order to secure either a solo verse or multi-base score. And while you're setting up for your big plays, there are chances that you can still win a first place on another base. You think about setting up 3, 4, 5 locals on a base and then using Howl or the Deep One or Augmentation or Upgrade. There are ways to boost the small power of the locals thanks to the help of the dinosaurs. Now, I know this combo sounds really strong, and it actually really is, but with like every great combo in this fantastic game of Smash Up, it does have some weaknesses. To think about it, you can only play 1 action per turn, so the slowness of the dinosaurs is still there a little bit. Another weakness that this combo has is its dependence on 2 powered minions. There are a lot of other combos out there, a lot of other factions that counter factions that based on 2 powered minions, and there's not much to save the 2 powered minions outside of Wildlife Preserve and In Plain Sight. But those are only 2 cards out of your whole deck. Which brings me to my third and final weakness. In order to do the big combo drops, you need to have certain cards in your hand. So you may have to actually start by playing safe and slow at the beginning in order to do the big drops that this combo can do. So if you're playing against somebody and they decide to pick Dinsmith, let me give you a couple of ways to counter it. First of all, you could go with the classic Trickster Dragons and just make them hate themselves. I mean, whoever picks Trickster Dragons is a jerk, anyways. But that combo really does slow down the swarm ability of the two powered minions of this combo, as well as making you discard cards, as well as destruction, as well as preventing you from playing on certain bases. The Tricksters also help keep pace with their double feature of Enshrouding Mist. And so, if you want to take the slow approach to countering them, Trickster Dragons would be a good pick. If you just want to take away all their two power minions, I would suggest Shark Pirates. And that is by just destroying them, annihilating every single two power minion that they put out there. And obviously, I personally don't like destruction for destruction's sake. But when you're playing a combo that can drop power solely based on their two power minions, you have to slow them down. And that's what Shark Pirates can do. And last but not least, focusing on the printed two power, a great combo to counter the two printed power would be Luchadors. And as I was thinking about Luchadors, obviously Capo Roja is a huge factor, because if you have a powered up War Raptor after you play this incredible combo and you're able to use Capo Roja's ability to destroy one, it brings the power down significantly. Now, as I was thinking about what would be a good pairing with Luchadors to counter Dinsmith, and obviously I feel like you'd have to go with Luchador Princesses. Now, because Apricot is able to destroy minions of 2 or less, as well as the double feature of Skillet, and as well as Eliza slowing down all extra plays that this combo relies on. And so, even though the Dinsmith is a super strong powerhouse combo, it does have weaknesses that can be exploited. But even though it does have these weaknesses, I would still say that this combo is very underrated and very unexpected. And so next time you're playing with a friend and they say, hey, pick whatever you want, try out Dinsmith and let us know how it goes. What do you think about Dinsmith? Let us know down in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe to stay connected with Crank It Up. And in the words of the board game bandit himself, let's shut it down.